Welcome to my channel. On today's video we're going to be reacting to the Dunson house reaction to Islam Makhachev, and we will be answering some question. I think they are a new MMA fan, so uh, we will see their reaction and we will also answer some question that they have when it comes to Islam Makhachev. So here we go.
We got my man Islam, bro. Now this dude been doing numbers on our page, bro. They love him. They want us to react to this guy.
I mean, Islam is one of the
Bro.
biggest
Look,
superstar in on
what, a
MMA.
savage rise of
Period.
him. So I guess it's going a little bit more into like his personal background, y'all, his personal story. See what you're about, man. Anything else you gotta say before we start, bro?
Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
But he give me all. I always ask God, but he give me always more than what I ask.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Allahu Akbar.
From the rugged mountains of Dagestan to the top of the UFC light.
Dagestan, you feel me? That same place. Now listen, I don't know if it's like like two different sides of Dagestan. You feel me? Because I know it could be.
Because if they ran into each other, they was probably from the same side.
Yeah, you feel me? I don't know. Like.
Not only they are from the same side, they are trained by Habib's father. So Dagestan basically is a great place to.
Lightweight division, Islam Makhachev has carved out a formidable fighting career.
Islam is very good. I told
Khabib, what's up, baby?
After a close-fought and somewhat controversial title defense against current featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, he solidified his status as the undisputed champion.
I can't believe some people really thought Islam lost that fight. I mean, it was close, but Islam won, to be honest, and
with a
he deserved number one
wins and
to be
only
pound for
one
pound.
loss.
Islam can become greatest lightweight ever, you know.
But how did he get to this point? And what
Already
makes him
is
such a dominant force in the octagon? From his upbringing in Dagestan to his close friendship with Habib Nurmagomedov, there are...
Y'all played with us in the comment section, bro. Y'all try to say him and Khabib wasn't cool, bro. Y'all mess with us. Stop playing with us, man.
Who told them that?
many factors.
Nah, the Habib, they are like brother. When I started watching MMA or UFC, I thought they were like brothers, like older and younger brother. They even look like the same.
So let's dive deeper into the life and career of Islam Makhachev.
The early years, baby. When he was out chasing them girls.
Bro,
What?
I think they was talking about somebody else. I really do.
No, they wasn't, yo.
Okay. All right. I'm confused.
What you mean, yo?
Keep going.
Our last video, bro. Let me see. On Khabib. Is Khabib the dude with the that got like the little lip? He had like something on his lip, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's see.
I think there is a Hamza, not Khabib. Habib or
Vera.
Is that?
See, that's not him, bro. I told you it was somebody different, homie.
yeah, okay,
I'm
that is
sorry, y'all.
definitely
Goodness gracious.
Hamza.
I knew it wasn't him.
I apologize, y'all.
It was somebody different. Kazmat or whatever.
Yeah, Kazmat. That's what I'm thinking about.
Not Hamza, Hamza. I don't know why Americans don't know how to say ha. But Hamza, and they are not like the best of friends, but they have respect to each other. But at some point, Hamza got in a fight with Abu Bakr, and they're from around the same like area, but not in the same state. Like Khabib and Islam is in Dagestan, and Hamza is from Chechnya. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my bad,
like they are from around. They
So
have
him
respect
and
for each
Khabib
other,
is
but
actually
they don't
really
like.
cool then.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Islam is Khabib was cool.
I like he's like his little brother almost.
Islam Makhachev was born in 1991 in Makhachkala, the capital of Dagestan, in Russia, but grew up in a small village called Burshi. He's part of the Lak ethnic group, which is pretty rare, numbering only around 200,000 people. That's roughly the same amount of people that every year attends Coachella. It shouldn't be too surprising then that Islam and Habib Nurmagomedov were childhood friends. Islam was first exposed to Sambo, a Russian combat sport centered around grappling and throws, when he saw Habib training with his father. Islam fell in love with the sport and started participating in competitions at the national level when he was just 14. From there, his transition to MMA was seamless. In 2009, he quickly rose to prominence in the sport, training alongside some of Russia's top fighters and coaches, including featherweight striker Zabit
By the way, do you
Magomedsharipov.
know Islam's nickname is the Sambo Master? He was so great when it comes to
Rising
Sambo. They
middleweight
called
star
him
Magomed
Sambo
Ismailov
Master.
and
So what is Islam in now, bro? Is he in UFC or
he's
he
still
in
in the UFC.
So why? Oh,
He's
so
in
he was in
UFC.
an MMA.
Yeah, he was an MMA fighter.
So what I'm about to say? I'm sorry, y'all, if I'm wrong. It's MMA then UFC, or they just
MMA is just a style
Oh,
of fighting. The
you thought
UFC is
he?
MMA. MMA stands for mixed martial arts.
right?
That's the fighting style of the
Oh,
UFC.
listen, man. I apologize.
Well, well explained. Some people confused MMA with UFC. Some people think UFC is the sport. Yeah, UFC is an organization. It's like NBA, but basketball is the sport, right? So, the same way MMA is the sport, UFC is an organization, and the reason that UFC is people think UFC is the same as MMA. Is UFC so popular that people like basically
I
made it
apologize.
synonymous
See,
with
listen,
MMA.
I'm new to it. Help me out, baby.
Real new.
Good looking,
Means-
yo. Find MMA your job.
Just leave me alone.
wrestler Islam Saidov. However, it was Khabib's father, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, who had the most profound influence on Makhachev's development as a fighter.
I met
rest
Khabib
in
and
peace.
his father. We went to the same
Allah
school
yarham.
with Khabib, and I wanted to see where he's training, who his coaches, and I went to the same gym training there.
Years of hard work and top-notch training helped Islam to dominate the regional circuit, and Abdulmanap's guidance elevated his game to the level required to eventually become a known name in this brutal sport.
Yeah, Islam is one of the most popular fighters right now, next to probably Alex Pota.
У него был на втором этаже кабинет, и внизу бывала очередь людей. Просто люди проходили, у каждого свои проблемы, и
In the years that followed his transition to MMA, Islam continued to refine his skills and made waves in regional MMA promotions in Russia. He quickly became a top prospect with a record of 11 wins, leading to many MMA fans taking notice of his well-rounded skill set. Like the fans, the UFC's talent scouts took an interest in Islam's well-rounded skill set, including his strong sambo background and solid striking and grappling abilities. And so Dana White invited him to join the UFC. Obviously, the Dagestani fighter accepted, and thus began
Of
his
course.
conquest of the
Of
lightweight
course.
division.
Everybody's accepting UFC. I mean, fighting in the UFC is the ultimate goal for an MMA fighter because that is the biggest organization. I know we hear some people say they don't get paid enough and all, but
Kicking off his
once you
UFC
become
career,
the man in
Makhachev
UFC,
faced Leo Kuntz in May 2015.
As I mentioned during the walk-in, coached by
Grab.
Habib Nurmagomedov.
Get him out
Boom.
of here,
Showcase of Makhachev's sambo skills as he effortlessly dominated Kuntz with his grappling and ground game.
And Kuntz is looking for an opportunity where he can spin around
I see how you trying to do that, man. He
Yeah,
on
he
top,
took his
on trying to
arm,
grab
yeah.
them arms, man. Yeah.
and wind up on top. There he
Yeah,
It
goes.
didn't take
Brain
long for
next
Islam
choke.
to finish the fight, submitting his opponent in the second round with a rear naked choke.
Boy, could have took him out the game, shorty.
Beautiful job by Makhachev. Great UFC debut.
that's Khabib's father. I thought Khabib's father was not allowed in USA, but here he was there with Islam.
I fly here in the US earlier, like 1 month, and I came to this fight in my top shape.
Islam's perfect professional record came to a halt in October 2015 at UFC 192 when he faced off against
Yeah,
Adriano
he got
Martins.
knocked out.
Dis-
This is the biggest fluke probably in UFC history. Because, I mean, I don't know where that guy is. That guy is probably cut from UFC. He's not fighting UFC anymore. And now Islam is a champion and he's about to even fight for
Despite
the
Islam
world
being the
heavyweight
favorite to win the fight,
belt.
Martins landed a devastating blow that sent him to the mat,
Big shot by Martins. It is all over.
resulting in his first and only loss in the octagon.
Why people punch like that, bro? Is that like a powerful punch?
Kind of, sort of. Sometimes
Instead
you
of-
come from up top, come from the side.
Yeah, instead of like, cause I'm just thinking somebody coming down, somebody higher. But most of the time when I see UFC fighters fight and they knock them down, they like King Kong, bro.
Yeah, it's a natural hammer fisting.
Although Martins was the only fighter to have knocked out Makhachev, it's worth noting that he was not able to capitalize on his victory and was ultimately cut from the UFC roster after 2
I told you. I knew it.
Following his first and only loss at UFC 192, Makhachev took nearly a year off from fighting to work on his striking abilities. He teamed up with the American Kickboxing Academy and put in the hard.
One thing I like about those Dagestani fighters is they take time. Like they get injured, they get knocked out. They take time. Like, and Islam took a year off after getting knocked out. Some like Tony Ferguson, he doesn't take any time. Islam took a year off. Now he's like, he doesn't even get punched. He worked on his striking. So I love that about them. Some people may not agree, but
to take his game to the next level. He then returned to the UFC in September 2016 to face off against Chris Wade. He emerged victorious after a hard-fought battle, and his career began to gain momentum.
The way he was able to pull my knees in together, lock his hands, and pull me away from the cage, his power from there was, I never felt that before.
In 2017, he faced Nick Lentz in a one-sided affair, showcasing his impressive grappling skills and dominance on the ground.
Nick Lentz is allowing him to control both sides of his body. He's letting him get the left underhook, and he's letting him control his wrist with his right hand.
Lentz had no answer to Islam's takedowns and ground and pound, and the fight ended with Islam being declared the winner.
An excellent control by
Russia, y'all might be the
beat, boy.
Yeah, he was done. Y'all might be the best
They are
wrestlers I ever seen in my life, bro.
Absolutely.
yeah, when it comes to MMA, Dagestanis and Russians are one of the best wrestlers. So this is part 1. Part 2 will be released soon. Thanks for staying. Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Peace out.